welcome to the Cuttercast Vlogcast. My name is Seth Larson, and the Cutter crew recently returned from a turkey hunt in southeast Kansas with 180 Outdoors, a 5-star outfitter in southeast Kansas. I strongly encourage that you look into it. The lodge is amazing. The properties that they have to hunt are also amazing. You can go there whitetail hunting. You can go there waterfowl hunting. You can go chase thunder chickens like we did. I strongly suggest you and your buddies look into it and see if you can't get a trip planned. You won't regret it. We went down there and had a blast chasing turkeys. And this episode is a recap of the trip out there and our first day chasing gobbles. So I hope you enjoy. I do have to apologize. We were using new lapel mics and the camera was set a little hot for the audio. So we have a couple blown out audio mics, but I did all I could to fix it. I think you will still enjoy the episode. There's a few funny moments and there's also some success that happens. We're also uploading this hunt onto our YouTube channel. So if you're listening to it, make sure you go over to the Canvas Cutter YouTube channel and check out the hunt. It should be uploaded just a couple days after this. Now, this is our first day recap, but we were there for 3 days hunting. So there's 2 more episodes that will be uploaded back to back off of this episode. And I think you'll enjoy them. So without further ado, here's our day 1 recap of our southeast Kansas turkey hunt with 180 Outdoors. All right, welcome to the Cuttercast. We are sitting in the lodge at 180 Outdoors and had our first day officially turkey hunting here in Kansas. It was pretty awesome, but before we get to that, we had quite the little journey getting here, boys. I think we owe the audience the opportunity to hear about that journey. It started at my house at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Well, it started weeks before that, actually.
Tell us.
Because we obviously knew that we needed to travel to Kansas. We looked at airfare, and it was ridiculous.
Dude, it was like $859 per ticket. Yeah.
So then we started brainstorming, and we come up with Cruse America RVs. We rented the biggest RV they got.
This is not sponsored by Cruse America RVs.
Hey, hit us up though, huh?
Hey, we'll work out a deal.
And then we proceeded to pack 9 dudes in this very aerodynamic gasser.
Very aerodynamic.
Essentially a billboard on wheels.
Yeah. Hey, it's got some scenic views on it that we were blessing everybody we drove by. They were
Actually,
just like,
it was a genius idea.
It was super awesome. It was Schaefer's idea, and it was a great deal.
The ability to walk around while you're traveling at freeway speed.
Dude, to stand
and
up,
just pee when you need to pee.
4 points of contact while you pee, going down the freeway.
Yeah, does get a little sketchy.
It's 8-second ride for that.
Yeah, when the fan broke, and because Seth felt like he needed to fix it when it was fine.
Yeah.
And then it started a draft.
It
and
was
we had an intense urine smell.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was really bad.
It wasn't only urine. It was like
So,
monsters and
but
ghosts.
Yeah,
and
dehydrated.
it was like dead fish. Dude,
all,
is what it
8
was.
guys with really
It was gross.
high blood sugar.
But starting at Seth's house, it was snowing.
Yeah.
4 a.m., we already had almost like an inch of snow on the ground, which was not fun because we had to go up Spanish Fork Canyon.
Yeah.
That was Seth's leg of the drive, which I imagine was a little stressful.
Took it like a champ, though.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome leaving. It was freezing cold, snowing. Started at 4, like you said, but we just got a good start. Started hitting mile markers way sooner than I was expecting. We got to Green River, refueled that bad boy right on up.
How many times did we refuel?
That's where we could have saved an hour and a half because we refueled it every time we got to half tank.
No, I refueled it at there was a quarter at Green River. There was a quarter.
Hey, it's smart. I'd rather do that than run out of gas.
Seriously though, every
holds like
stop
80
we'd go to get a drink or pee, and Cheryl would be out there filling her back up. Hey, it maxed out at 75 again.
So we had a few special moments though on the way out here. One was going across Colorado. If you've never been across the east part of Colorado, apparently the wind decides to blow there pretty heavily. We didn't know that Jason had the wheel like turned halfway
So
the whole time.
First off, though, I did get a drive over the pass in Colorado.
You
In a
did.
Cruse America vehicle, which was
Bucket list.
Very few people can say
bucket
that.
list. Yeah, it was exciting. But then coming down past Denver, I was holding it legitimately like that to go straight.
You thought
There's not
Yeah,
this
at a
at
strong
one point,
horizontal.
I was like, I'm gonna have a flat tire. And
You were
once
at
you're
like-
holding it like this, you can't do cruise control anymore. It automatically turns that off.
Yeah, you were at like 11 and 3 the whole time.
Yep. Which I didn't tell anyone because I kind of thought I'd broke something. I didn't. I really was like, oh crap!
Oh, crap.
Bad. Cruise control broke while I was driving. But anyways, you told me after that's part of the system.
Yeah.
We
That's a
were
safety
sitting
feature.
there playing a game or something. No, it wasn't during Farkle.
Yeah. You guys
No, because EJ was sitting right across from me because I saw his eyes just like went huge. She's like, did he almost fall asleep? But apparently the wind stopped blowing. So he's turned like at a horizontal angle on the steering wheel. The wind stops blowing, and we're like,
I thought you fell asleep too, though.
dude, I was not close to falling asleep.
Well, I
I've
didn't
got,
know
like-
the wind was so bad,
Yeah, it was
and all of a sudden we just went. So I was like,
It was bad.
everyone looked to see if you were okay.
Corey is in a different stratosphere
I had to
altogether.
watch his chest rise and fall just to make sure he's
I'm
alive.
telling you, that was the best nap that I probably have ever had in my entire life.
Well, you
I
had
was
2
gone.
solid naps on the way out. Three, which was pretty impressive because the one on the back bed, it's got like an air pocket because of all the duffel bags on it, the burro duffels on it. So you're sitting on like this airbag. Every single bump, you bounce off the mattress. And Corey is back there just flat as a fish, just like bouncing the whole entire time, just out,
And
completely out.
As the day drug on, it just got hotter and hotter.
Oh,
Like
it got
sick
so
to
hot and muggy.
All of us are going on like 4 hours of sleep in the last 48
Yeah.
hours, except Corey.
Except Corey.
a solid
He's
6
fully rested.
I'm set.
Completely.
I'm good.
Oh my gosh.
So then we made it through Colorado.
Made it through Colorado, got into Kansas, and
Wichita was a little.
Well, we carefully planned to eat at a barbecue place.
That's right.
we did. Schaefer found a highly rated barbecue spot, and it was the only restaurant in the town that had no power because the pole behind it like exploded
Literally
just before we got
right
there.
Next to it still had power, right?
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I didn't
and
understand.
it just had went
It
out.
just had
to
happened.
because there was cars in the drive up.
Well, when we pulled up, the owner came out and put the sign on that he's like, we're no longer serving people. We're just like,
You know
oh,
what it
that's
is? It's
terrible.
those California plates.
good point.
Yeah, for
Didn't
sure.
shut down.
That's
the
probably why we got
railroad.
pulled over too.
Bad luck.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Bad
also
luck.
got pulled over because Schaefer was tailgating people. Apparently, he needs to be. So, what did we learn though?
He needs to be 2 semi trucks behind everybody.
No, a car length.
A car
10
length.
feet. He said 80 feet, and I was going 80.
And
Yeah.
the RV is 30 feet. So
Yeah, you need to be 2 semi trucks lengths.
At least a
behind.
quarter of a mile behind the
I'm
car in
sorry.
front of you.
10 mopeds.
The 18 wheelers are right on each other.
But either way,
drafty.
he was pretty nice.
He was nice.
You didn't
As
look
soon
for
as we
insurance
mentioned
or
we were going turkey hunting, he changed
You know
his
what it
tune
is,
really
though?
fast.
It's the sir.
It's the
When
sir.
you say sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Oh, yeah,
Mentioned
no
turkey
problem, sir.
hunting.
Yeah.
Schaefer was
Yeah.
very respectful.
Yeah.
He was, which was kind of surprising, but I'm just kidding. That was a slant. Schaefer is always respectful. But we ended up going to that Mexican restaurant that the owner of the barbecue place recommended, and it was
It was top
It was
notch.
good.
Straight
It
up.
was
That was
good.
in the middle of some no-name
That
town
was
in Kansas.
good.
Yeah.
That was good
Yeah.
Mexican.
It was good Mexican.
I had at least a half pound of salt. I could not get enough salt.
Okay, well, okay, but here's Schaefer every time. Get an already salted chip
Salt
on
it.
the chip
Oh,
itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I watched him dump it in his hand.
I licked it. No lie. 100%. My body's like, dude, you need salt. And I said, all right.
But it was good food.
It was good food. And then I think the last major highlight was
Wichita gas
was
station.
Wichita, dude.
when John decided to turn off in the hood of all hoods
Sure
in
had me worried
Wichita.
about gas.
We could have
Yeah, we
could have
couldn't
gone
have gone like
it
2
was-
exits down.
Yeah, 1 more
Three-quarters.
mile, 2 exits down, and it would have been just a normal town with plenty of gas stations. We pull off in
Costco right there, you know.
First off, this isn't any diss to people who live in Wichita, but it was a crazy gas. It was special.
It wasn't. It was weird because it wasn't even like there was like 5 weird instances at this one gas station.
I know. There was a lot of activity at the gas station.
And I'm up in the loft, looking, peeking out the window. What was going on?
Oh, Schaefer
you
and
shoulda gone
EJ are
in.
like stuck
Like-
in the store while this brawl is happening.
Well, EJ's in the guard, and he's training all the time for world disasters. And we're having a disaster in the gas station. And all we hear, he's looking at me, and we just like,
Pretend like we're looking at energy
we
drinks.
just kept looking at energy drinks, like, if we just ignore it, it'll go away. And then at one point, I know we read each other's minds because we're like, are we going to have to duck and cover behind all these 2-liter bottles?
Yeah, I
What
was
happened?
prepared.
They just got in a verbal disagreement, right?
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
Screaming at each other.
Well, and I had the
yelling as soon as we got in the store.
Yeah,
though,
about poor customer
everything
service.
And
Well,
Yeah.
here's what it
he
was.
Yeah.
was even yelling
It was-
while he was getting his drink.
Yeah, he was.
He was using a lot of profanity.
Yeah.
Well, he was upset because, as he told me, because I had the $75 stop thing happen
Yeah.
again when I was refueling the rig. And so I had to get out and redo it when he came out and was dropping some of the bombs and yelling at people. Then he kept eyeing me up like strong. I'm like, this dude's going to shoot me. Like I walked around and came back into the rig, and Kyle's just like looking at me. I'm like, we might have to load the shotguns now. Like this might get into like
Freaking street fight,
yeah. It was intense. Then I went
In
back,
Wichita.
and he comes walking up to
Wichita
me,
style.
and I was like, "Bro, I don't want anything to do." And he's just like, "Hey, man, I ran out of gas. Do you have some cash?"
That was the
No.
same guy?
Same guy.
I thought it was
I was
a
like,
different guy.
no,
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't,
no.
dude.
it wasn't.
No.
The guy with the DMX shirt. That wasn't him.
That is not the guy.
Oh, okay.
that wanted
I thought he
help
was
from
the
you.
guy, and I was like, "Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me!"
Yeah, this guy was ready to pull out his Glock and start throwing the bullets like this.
Yeah, he's just like,
You know?
So I started walking up to the gas station, heard what was going on, just flipped right back around, went in to Cruse America, locked the door.
Well, me and Schaefer are stuck inside. Inside the gas station.
I'm looking out because he goes to his car, and legitimately I was like, is he going into his car to get a gun?
yeah,
I'm like
Yeah.
watching, like he's
So you locked us out.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was keeping an eye for you guys.
No,
and
there
I
was
locked
4 guys still in the store.
But I was watching to make sure. I just didn't want anyone else
And I'm
coming
up in the loft. Yeah, go ahead, lock it
behind
lock it
him.
up.
Here's the best part of the story, though. EJ and I are in there sketched out, right? Sure, I was walking around like
like
big
nothing.
deal.
He doesn't
Nothing's
even
going
care.
on.
I know.
He's
He just
looking
came
at
out.
treating a drink and getting out.
He had his headphones and stuff.
He's listening to his book. He didn't even know what was going on.
Dude, that's the highlight. Father Wisdom sat in the passenger seat of this RV for 17 hours like this
With a leg
and
up.
did not
Yeah.
move.
And did not move the whole time.
Moved a couple of times.
He also somehow didn't finish his book because he's still listening to it right now in our room.
That's a long book.
It must be a long book because it was an 18-and-a-half-hour drive, folks.
All said and done, we were traveling for 20 hours.
Yeah. It was pretty brutal.
It felt like 40.
You did. It really did.
Especially that last leg.
So we got here at 12
Midnight.
here, Central Time, but didn't get to bed till about 1. but had to wake up at 3:30, 3:40 to get ready by 4
Yeah,
to
we all
get
had about
out.
2 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So it was pretty special. However, we did go out. We divided. So we had Schaefer and Corey. You guys went out together. Weren't out long because it turns out Kansas enjoys their ticks and chiggers.
Oh my goodness.
And
It's a special delivery.
Yeah,
just
we didn't
for
prepare.
visitors.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
back
yeah.
because you were getting
No, we didn't come
yeah,
back
they
to
came
that.
back because they were nervous about ticks and chiggers. They did too. They're sitting there picking them off
I
one
was
another.
nervous.
We did pick a lot off.
It was nuts. Yeah, I had like 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had 6 on one side of my shirt.
I had 6 on my t-shirt.
I look over and there's one crawling on Corey's face going up to his eye. I'm like, bro, tick. He's like, what? He said,
Where
"No,
were you guys sitting?
Dude, I haven't gotten a tick
I didn't get
yet.
one on my skin. I saw.
I had
small one on my
3
hands.
when we were out there, and then I had 3 when I was spraying my clothes
I
down.
probably pulled 10 off my skin yesterday.
Easy.
All
Yeah.
today.
Are you serious?
Well, and then I had the crazy
Lone
Lone
Star.
Star in my armpit. And the Lone Star one is the one where it could potentially give you that weird disease
Allergy
where
to
you're-
red meat.
Yes.
Like, how can you live if you can't
No,
eat red meat?
Just take me out.
Yeah, for sure. And then John and Jason, you guys were together and went out. What happened in the morning for you guys?
We saw like one hen, right?
That's when you saw all those Jakes, wasn't it?
No, we
That
saw
was
the
tonight,
Jakes later
yeah.
tonight in the morning. So we went to a few different places, had some great setups, awesome pieces of land, like
Just no turkeys.
picture perfect. But
No,
yeah,
we saw
not a
hen.
lot of action.
And then
Just
I went out
gobbles.
with my dad, and we had all kinds of gobblers below us talking it up. They didn't care what I had to say because I may not have been saying anything worth listening to, but we ended up working our way back down there, and they just moved out onto a piece of property we couldn't hunt. But they were talking it up where I was at, and Kyle and EJ, you guys went out, and something amazing happened for EJ.
Not me. Not yet.
For sure, not Kyle.
No, it was good, man. Yeah, we
You guys went out with Locke.
went out with Locke, and that was awesome. We got there. Obviously, it was still dark. I'm hoping I'm not tripping over myself as we're walking and around puddles and everything like that. And then we go and in this tree line, and we just set up. And Locke just decided, let me just kind of see if I can, get them talking. Did a call, and all of a sudden it was like all over the place, like fairly close. So just across the little pasture there, about 75 yards-ish or so, we had a couple toms sitting up in the trees, and that was unreal.
Dude,
It was
the
cool.
footage you guys captured is unreal.
Yeah,
I
it was.
can't wait to everybody to see that.
To see him fan
The
out
thing
up in
was
the tree.
unreal because it's your first
Yeah, this is my
bloomed
first.
animal, essentially.
Yeah, yep. First kill. Outside of a squirrel.
So people know though, like what was going on, what was happening. I mean, it's unreal that on your very first morning of the very first time
Yeah,
ever hunting
within-
turkeys,
yeah,
you
within
get a
the
bird.
within the first
and
hour, we
a
knocked
solid
it
bird
down.
at that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was awesome. So
But he was like strutting in the roost, right?
Yeah, he was, and there was 2 of them there that we had eyes on.
In the trees.
And in the trees, and yeah, we had one kind of flaring up. The other one was kind of bouncing around on the branch. It was kind of crazy.
Doing a little break dancing
doing
on
a
the
little,
branch.
almost falling over. Yeah, it was pretty windy, but still, it was pretty cool. So just kept calling. They kept gobbling. Eventually, they kind of pitched down right in the field, and we called them right in. We had 2 hens and a Jake decoys just kind of set up there, and it was pretty rad. Those guys strutted or the one strutted, they came walking up, and to see that bird just puff up.
Start strutting.
They're like triple their size, don't they?
Yeah, it's insane. And, just to see them kind of eyeball one another, like they're getting ready to, or one of them was getting ready to lay down or something. It was kind of crazy. And so I was just waiting for Locke to kind of give me from the first time I heard the gobble, I was like, pitched up, ready to rock and roll,
His military training kicks in.
Yeah, he's put his gas mask on.
I was ready, man. I was ready. But, yeah, Locke calmed me down a little bit until they got a little bit closer. And, by the time they got up there, I just had a bead on the one. And so as soon as they had some good separation, pulled the trigger and knocked it flat out, man.
Such a good bird.
Didn't even really flop around, just freaking crash.
It was
So
cool
awesome.
watching the footage that the bird that you killed was like the dominant bird.
Yeah.
You could tell that the other bird, he looked like an awesome tom. Still had an awesome big long rope too, but yours was definitely in charge.
The dominant one.
Yeah, I had to show him his boss, dude.
Yeah, you set the bar pretty high, dude.
Yeah, so EJ
I feel
thinks
like
this
I
is fairly common.
Still waking up in the morning. It was dark. It was like, hey guys, just got one.
I know.
What? What do you mean?
It's barely daylight, right? It's
I
like
love that text thread because everyone's like, he says he gets one, then we're all like, oh, awesome, yeah. And then Jason's like, I'll have to go back and see it, but it was like, yeah, we saw a baby turtle.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, we saw a box turtle too.
So we
Yeah.
saw
Yeah, because they closed the shell.
Yeah,
it was like a bay door.
Yeah, it's a box turtle.
yeah.
We found one too.
Super
Box
awesome.
turtle.
But
It's
anywho,
crazy, man.
that's awesome.
It was really cool. First time ever turkey hunting. First kind of big kill. It was. I'm still kind of just
He smokes
on a high, I guess. Something,
And
Very
here's the
first
kicker
morning.
is now you're sick for it to the point where you're driving
Leaving
only
tomorrow.
30 minutes from here to
Oh,
go
yeah.
to Oklahoma tomorrow to
Yeah, I
go
got
try to kill another one.
Yeah, Oklahoma's 30 minutes from here. He's gonna go murder another
Can't
one.
get any more tags here, so
That's so awesome.
it's cool.
And what are you doing with your turkey?
I'm putting that sucker up on a wall for sure.
It's going in your cows cutter office.
Yeah, it's going in the office, dude, for sure.
Sweet.
It'll be pretty awesome. I'm pretty stoked.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but the properties we're getting to hunt here are pretty sweet.
They were really sweet.
Beautiful.
Pretty awesome.
Very, very
This is a
beautiful.
lame comparison, but I think I told to John, like, the first one we walked through, just like perfect. Awesome stream, perfect, like rolling hills.
dude.
I was like, this is like Winnie the Pooh's 100 acres or whatever. Like, this is just like picture perfect.
Corey had a better one because we get the drone out and he's like flying it through the trees and he's like, welcome to Augusta. Welcome to the dance voice, right? That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's so
So
awesome.
green and beautiful.
Get ready for the
But it's
Masters.
also freaking hot, really humid, and there's lots of ticks.
Yeah, I think
So,
the reason why
you can't
it's
have
tough
it
for
perfect.
us is because we literally left 2 inches of snow, 30 degrees, got here, super humid, 91 today. But tomorrow's going to be sweet because today was really rough. It was so windy.
The wind was
There's
hurting
like
us.
hardly any wind tomorrow. It's a little cooler. It's like 85, 86.
And we all kind of have our farms figured out.
We kind of have our farms figured out. It will be
We
sweet
all have
tomorrow.
birds. That's what's good.
Yeah.
Except you two. Do you guys have birds?
Not yet.
No.
Got the baby
But
turtle.
We've got hens.
We've seen
Yes, man. If they're invited, send it.
and we got lots of box turtles. So,
Tons of box turtles. But so it's super sweet. But we're gonna update everybody tomorrow as well
Yeah.
on what happens. But
Day one, baby.
thank
man.
you
Day
180
one,
Outdoors
day
for letting us come. This is super awesome.
I do want to comment on that. Like this lodge
Is
and
legit.
This outfit is legit.
Legit.
Super
Yeah.
impressed.
I crawled into my bed last night, and it was perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was fully expecting,
Very comfortable,
like,
very soft, very
crappy
clean.
bed, and it's not.
No, every
Yeah, it's
room
legit.
has
Two queen
queen
beds.
beds.
Yeah.
full bath.
ensuite.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. And literally, I mean, like, for the electronics that we bring on this excursion, there's electrical outlets everywhere. There's USB plugs everywhere. There's exterior
Wi-Fi's
doors,
good.
There's hooks for hanging gear.
We can watch the
Wi-Fi's
game
good.
on the big screens.
Yeah,
It's awesome. If you can squeeze yourself in on a trip to come out here, I suggest
The
listeners
turkeys
try
are
to.
awesome, but I've also seen on the walls.
Dude, the
but also
whitetail.
videos, they got
Yeah.
killer whitetail hunting here.
Yeah, you.
Guys, they'll fly.
No, you got to experience the Cruse America, bro. That's the way to do it.
Sleep in
For
the loft. I'm
sure.
looking forward
Do
to
not
it.
fly. Cruse
Me too.
America.
Can't wait.
Cruse America.
All
And
day.
salute when you pass.
All right, we've got to wake up soon, so let's go
Wrap her up.
to bed.
Awesome.
Till next time on 180 Outdoors. There you have it. There's our day one recap. I hope you enjoyed it, blown out audio and all. And can you believe it? Some people's kids. EJ, very first hunt, very first morning of the very first day, he has a gobbler up in the roof strutting around, flies down right to the decoys, strutting, displaying. Boom, gets it done. Big old gobbler, sweet beard. Some people, hopefully he doesn't have too high expectations going forward, but you never know. Maybe he's one of those lucky guys that just always seems to get it done in the best possible, dreamiest way. I hope you enjoyed it. 2 more episodes right after this, and don't forget to look out for this hunt that will be dropping on our YouTube channel as well, so that you can see all the nitty-gritty from that. But for now, bye.